So the first card you have for your past is the Devil. Yes, horrible Devil. Don't worry, I think you are kind of removed from this situation. I think you might have been in this situation once, but I think now you've removed yourself from it. I'm getting that really strong feeling around that. So don't stress when you see this Devil. I think this is about someone who you cared about at one time. You really, really tried. I think you really tried to help someone. I think other people around you really tried to help this person as well. And I think this is someone who was going on in a bad way. They weren't being their best friend, their own best friend, I should say. And my feeling is that people offered them advice, but I think some people did more than that. I think some people might have given them things, material things maybe even money, practical help, all kinds of different things. And it looks as if, it just looks as if they were happy to take everything, the practical things. I'm seeing actual items here that people gave them. And so they're happy to accept those things, but they weren't happy to accept advice. Especially advice telling them to do things for themselves and to be responsible for themselves. This person was not responsible for themselves. They expected people to do things for them. They probably used people. This is the Devil we're talking about here. So, if you look at this Devil, which you probably don't want to do, he's quite horrible. But the woman on the left has grapes on her tail, and the grapes are there to feed this big fat Devil. So the thing was, no one could ever fully feed this person, whether this was with help, material things, money, anything. They could never quite feed them. They just wanted more and more and more, and nothing was ever enough with them. And I think you've definitely stopped giving them things. You've definitely stopped probably even talking to them, because I was seeing that you are removed from that person now. So you've stopped this person. You don't have anything to do with this person. But other people still do. The strange thing about this is I think this person might have been around you before, and maybe they did something like this before, but then they went away. And they might have even moved away, but then they came back again. And then sadly, after the first time, I think there were people who still hadn't learned from this, and they kind of fell back into this trap with this person again. And maybe they were kind of giving them things again and giving them money again and all of that kind of thing. So, they were taken in by this loser. That's all I can say, or user, I should say. And of course, there's nothing wrong with being kind. I think the people who were trying to help were just being kind. But, of course, it's always wise to watch who you're being kind to. And you learned that. You've learned this lesson very, very well the last time they came around. You weren't ready for a second round with them. But I think other people were kind of, led into this, sadly. The next card you have for your past is the Queen of Pentacles. So, this is how this person in the Devil card saw you, as the Queen of Pentacles, someone with all this money, everything she wants, this big coin on her lap, and she's looking at it and it's gold and everything, and that you and other people have everything and they can give it to them. That's how they saw you, and these other people as well. So I think this might be someone in your family, because it's someone you either see a lot of, and I think you were definitely avoiding them, or you're trying to avoid them. You're removed from them. I keep on seeing that. But the thing is, even though you don't speak to them or see them yourself, I think you hear a lot about them from other people, maybe family members. So maybe these people speak to them and see them, and then you speak to those family members and they start to talk about that person. So that's what I'm seeing there. So you try to avoid them, but I think then this talk starts and you have to kind of think about them again. I think maybe you're also a little bit money focused at this time yourself. I'm actually seeing you organizing things around money, maybe filling out official papers. It might be insurance or something. And, I think you were just focusing on all of that, getting your life in order around money, getting things fixed up, and because you had all this on your mind, all these money things on your mind, I think this is why you were so sensitive to, toward this devil situation. It was like, you know how hard you work for your money, and you know what it takes to be able to earn money. And when you see someone coming along who basically does nothing, but they take other people's money, of course it upsets you and bothers you. Of course it does. So if this still really bothers you at this time, if you're still going through all of this, I think you might have to ask these people or these family members to stop talking about this person around you. And if they won't do that, you might even have to spend a bit less time with them for a while until it dies down. I mean, if it gets really bad, because you really just don't want to let this bring you down. You don't need it, especially if you're trying to avoid them. You're trying to avoid them for a reason, because you just don't want this around you. And so, I think you're going to have to do something if they keep on talking about them. So the last card you have your past is the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're an optimistic person. You normally are anyway. And I think, it's just when you get around this person, or if you talk about them, or if you hear about them or anything, that's when you start to feel a little bit down. And you just don't need that. So you do need to do something about that. If you're still around, talk about them. I'm also seeing a love connection, and I think you're either just talking to this person, or it might be that it's early on in the relationship, or maybe maybe you've been backwards and forwards with them, and you're just starting to come back together again. It has a new feel to it. It's like we're starting again, or we're starting for the first time. It's kind of fresh and new. That's what I'm seeing. Now, I think this is going to start to escalate really quickly. And I think this is all going to come from them, actually. I'm actually seeing them suggesting things that might bring your relationship up to a new level. It might be something simple like suggesting going away together, or if you're not properly a couple yet, or a proper couple yet, they might suggest something else. But I'm seeing going somewhere around this, going out, going away, traveling. It might just be for a day, something about being somewhere different, taking you somewhere different, or something like that. So, it might be something more serious than that, but whatever level you're on with them, they want to bring this up to the next level, whatever that means to you. They're definitely thinking about you, and they're definitely thinking about your future. So, and this is all in the past, so this is what they were thinking about. So you'll probably find out what this is soon, very, very, very soon, I think, because, these are wands, and this is positivity and attraction. So all of those things together. So it's going to happen quickly, and yeah, you'll know. So I'm also getting a little feeling that they might be a little bit afraid of losing you as well. I don't think you've done anything to make them feel like that. It's just on their mind for some reason. It's this little fear that you might maybe wander off somewhere else, like the cat on this card. You can just see it down the bottom, that black cat. I'm not seeing you doing that. I don't think you are going to do that. But I think there's just this little fear in the back of their mind, maybe, that they might lose you. That's what I'm seeing there. So there's a little bit of insecurity around them. The first card you have here present is the Magician. So yeah, again, this person, this love connection, they're going to act really quickly, really, really, really quickly. I don't know if they've noticed that maybe other people might be attracted to you, might be that, or maybe they're just worried that they might not be able to keep you or something like that. But it's not only that. That's not the only reason why they want to move quickly. I think it is part of it. But the other reason is, there's a lot of passion around this. There's also a lot of intellectual energy and intellectual communication around this as well. And this is what I love. I love seeing this kind of thing more than anything, really, because this means that they're an intellectual match to you. And it also means that you're connecting really, really deeply, and your conversations are interesting, and you find each other interesting. There's a lot of respect between you as well. So this is all looking fantastic. And I don't think you've actually had much of an opportunity to talk properly lately. So whatever this is that they're taking you to or offering you, there's going to be an opportunity to talk, have very deep conversations in whatever that is. So, I'm seeing a lot of talking, a lot of enjoyable talking, sharing things, sharing information, really, really enjoying it, really getting into it, getting really animated in these conversations. And if they're coming up as the magician, which they are, they'll get what they want. Let's just say that. So the next card you have for your present is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is making a little bit more sense to me. I can see kind of a little bit why they're a little bit insecure. They're worried about someone else coming along, and they're a little bit worried about you running away or maybe being taken away. I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm just saying this is a bit in their mind, a little bit. So there's someone else around you, I think. They're probably not physically around you, but yeah, I think this might be where this person's insecurity is coming from. Someone definitely wants to connect with you. This is someone from your past, and they definitely want to tell you something. They definitely want to talk to you. I'm seeing that. So they might have already done that because I think they've tried to communicate with you. They've tried to connect with you. So I don't think this love connection that I'm seeing all over this reading has anything to worry about, because I don't think you're interested in them at all. I really don't. Yeah, again, if this is resonating and they are worried about this though, and they're worried, you might want to just reassure them and just let them know that you're not interested in this other person. But I keep on seeing this person from the past trying to reconnect with you over and over again. This is an ex, I think. So just be aware of that, because I'm seeing them trying and trying and trying. They might even try to make you feel sorry for them. They might have a story for you even, because I think they might be a bit manipulative, because the man on this card can be a little bit dodgy, not quite that honest, not all the time, but I see that sometimes in that card. So yeah, maybe that's why they're an ex. But yeah, watch out for them. Just watch out, because I think they are going to try and try and try to talk to you over and over again, and they might have a few manipulative things to say. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your present is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this isn't as bad as it looks. This looks like a terrible disaster that you're going to be left out. That's not what I'm seeing. I think this is about this ex again. I think they're going to try and make you feel a bit bad for them. It's like there's, oh, poor me, these horrible things happen, that kind of thing. Now, I don't think they have had the most amazing time lately. I think they have had some problems, but I don't think it's as bad as they're going to make out to you. They might also be trying to come back to you as a friend. I think they really do want to give you a message. They want to talk to you about something. And of course, if you want to talk to them, that's fine. Of course, that's up to you. But you definitely don't see them in a romantic way anymore. I'm seeing that very, very clearly. And there's a bit of pressure around this as well. I'm not getting a good feeling around this. So be very careful around this. They're not going to hurt you. I'm not seeing that. But there is some manipulation and there's some insistence. And that doesn't give me a good feeling. Anyone that's trying to force something onto you or force you to do something or insist and keep on trying and trying is something that makes me think that it actually makes me want to run the other way. So just be careful about that again. So the first card you have for your future is Strength. Okay. Yeah, I think this is about you, and I think this is about you having to be a bit careful. I'm seeing family around this. And I think you actually might find yourself in a position where you come face to face with this person that I'm seeing in the Devil card. Don't worry, it's not about you coming face to face with the devil. It sounds like that. But yeah, you don't want to be around this person. I keep on seeing that. You do not want to be around this person. And I don't think you're going to mean to come face to face with them. You would never do that. But I think it might be a situation where, you know, maybe you're invited to something and they are as well, and you don't know they're going to be there. And then you see them. And obviously this is going to be really, really stressful for you. I don't want you to stress around this. I'm not seeing a bad outcome. I'm not even seeing any arguments or anything like that. But I think if this all comes about, I think you might have to leave early to whatever this is. You might have to just say to people, oh, I'm very sorry, I need to go. There's nothing wrong. I just need to go quite quickly, and you just have to go. Because I really don't think you're going to want to even be in the same room as this person. Now, you'll be able to go quietly. You'll seem calm to other people, even though you won't feel calm. But yeah, you'll be able to do this, and you'll be able to keep yourself together, and you'll be able to hold your temper together and your anger and all those feelings you have, and you'll be able to go. So outwardly, it won't look like a problem. You will have a lot you'll be feeling, I know that, but you'll get out of that. So please don't worry about that. The outcome's going to be okay. That's what I'm seeing in that. So the next card you have, your future, is the Star. So beautiful. So look at this beautiful woman. This is how this person in the Queen of Wands, this love connection, sees you. They see you as someone who's attractive. They see you as someone who is amazing. And, you know, sometimes I see the woman in this card as being a little bit vulnerable. You know, she's alone and she's naked. So I think they also want to protect, not you necessarily, because they do see you as a strong person and they're equal. I'm seeing that. But I think they want to protect what they have with you. They see you in their future. They have hope for you and a future with you with this Star. They want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of any of that. So again, this is showing me that they might need a little bit of reassurance because they feel that need to protect what they have from something else, maybe external to this. So you might have to say, look, you've got nothing to worry about. I'm not interested in anyone else. I just want to make sure you know that. Yeah, I think if this is all resonating, I think this is also a message to you to protect this. I'm not saying anything's going to go wrong or be threatened, but, you know, this is a fantastic connection. So whatever you do, hold on to this, take care of what you have. Don't, you know, let it slip away. Don't, you know, just take care of them and take care of what you have with them. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have, your future, is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is the most emotional card. This is, you know, this is pure emotion, this card. And I really, really, really hope this is resonating with you, because this person really, really has a lot of very, very deep feelings for you. And I'm seeing the same thing again. I'm seeing that this might be in the early stages or some kind of early stage in the relationship, or it might be a renewal of a relationship, because it feels new. It's like that big rush of new emotion, passion and everything, not being able to stop thinking about someone. That's what I'm seeing here. And I think that's how they're feeling about you. And that's where they are with you. So again, I just hope this is resonating, because it's so intense. This is really intense, but in a good way. That's what I'm seeing.